I'm continuing my theme of classical music with extraordinary people with extraordinary tenor voices. I first started with Jonathan Antoine, the Britain Got Talent winner, who I've always supported over the last couple of years. Then it was introduced to Emma Cook from Holland, and the Dutch young girl, Sweet 16, has surpassed my wildest expectations. I'm a new channel, and she's garnered thousands of reactions to that particular video, which I'll attach to this to keep it in unison, because also a young Dutch lady, Amira Willighagen, I'm going to pronounce this properly, Willighagen, there you go, has captivated everybody at the age of 9, also with André Rieu at his concert when he introduced her 10 years ago. Now, over the 10 years, this young lady has gone on to do many wonderful things, and I'm going to give you a little bit about her. She speaks several languages, Dutch, Afrikaans and English, because she was born to a Dutch father and a South African mother, whose mother tongue is Afrikaans. She grew up surrounded by classical music. At the age of 7, Amira, during a holiday in England, heard the Nessun Dorma performed by Pavarotti. In that period, she looked at her brother Vincent playing the violin with their mother Frida, who also played the violin, and the father Gerrit played the piano. She did not know how to play instruments, so she tried to sing vocally at the beginning before taking singing lessons. Now, Amira learned by herself to sing opera using YouTube tutorials. That's how she discovered her talent and passion for music. Even her mother was surprised when she heard her the first time singing. Now, 2 of her public appearances took place in 2012 at the Music Make Friends Festival, and also as a solo singer in a children's choir singing a Dutch version of the song Nella Fantasia. After 2 years of practice and performance and improvement, she was ready to participate in the show Holland's Got Talent. Indeed, she won the admiration of the jury, the public, and millions of people from all over the world who saw her on television and the internet. Now, I, like many people, because this particular video of Amira when she was 9 years of age or 10, walked onto André Rieu, who invited her to follow a masterclass in London, by the way, after a member of his orchestra saw her in Holland's Got Talent audition on YouTube, and he then invited her up on stage at a concert, and that video is, which will be attached to the description, is just blowing the minds of people. But I like to be a little bit different on my channel, and I like to give you what's happened since that performance of Amira when she was so young. And she's grown up. Oh, she has grown up too. And I will bring up my notes now, because it's very important to catch up with this young lady. She's won many awards. She has a lot of South African connections, and more recently, I think in 2023, she went to Pretoria in South Africa and she performed. So she is still performing, everybody, because people always think these young stars grow up to disappear. And she's produced multiple CDs and albums to her credit, and they've all done extremely well. She's also got a Patreon thing going on her channel, and millions of people around the world adore her. You're going to see why in a minute. This particular video is from 2020, Amira and friends, from a concert, I think that was nearer to Christmas time. But because I love Italian, I thought we've got to have this. The translation of today's particular video is, first of all in Italian, La Vergine degli Angeli, which means the Virgin of Angels. That's what you're going to hear her sing. And it's a religious hymn that closes the Act 2 of the finale of Giuseppe Verdi's La Forza del Destino, set in the Church of Our Ladies of the Angels. It is sung first by a male choir, which you'll see, and strengthened by the solo voices. This is the original now, of the Father Guardian and Melitone, and accompanied by cellos. Will we hear that? I don't know, it's my first time hearing it. and then by Leonora. That was in the original, in the opera. But this will be, Leonora's place will be taken by Amira singing this solo. Now, usually it's accompanied by a harp. Will that be the case? Again, I don't know. I'm looking forward. The first soprano to sing it was Caroline Barbeau. The hymn is also often performed in concert forms, sometimes with the entire finale too. Now, Verdi often went to pray at a minor, this is the background to the song as well, minor altar in the Basilica of Cotamaggiore, which was a place frequented by his mother. And he saw a classical masterpiece up on the wall. It was by Francesco Scaramuzza, and it was called The Resurrection of Mary, in which the Virgin appears carried by angels to heaven by a large group of them. And tradition has it that it was the canvas that inspired the composer for this particular song. It is used also in the soundtrack of the second episode of the film Aria, titled The Virgin of Angels, directed by Charles Sturridge. Now that is the background to the song. This is the performance. And straight after, we'll have a roundup of what has happened to Amira. I will give you those details, but not before we listen to the incredible voice of one of Holland's most accomplished, young, versatile opera pop crossover artists the world has produced today. And why do I say that? Take a listen. La Vergine Angeli, vi comprate sonanto, e voi You almost feel that was a personal performance for you out there, because when I'm listening and watching, and listening to that, I almost felt I was in the audience. She just enthralls you, but at the same time, it's like the osmosis effect. She just draws you in, sucks you in with your ears. It's orgasmic with your soul, because it's your soul that's burning when you listen to her voice. She's grown up to be, I think, the new Sara Brightman of the classical world, female-wise. She really is that special, that incredible. And from that 9-year-old that just spellbound the audience, and still that particular video with André Rieu, I'm so sorry for pronouncing his surname, we'll say André, with André bringing her on stage, just floored people. And even now people are reacting and crying to it and just going, who is this wonder? Well, this wonder has gone on to do many things, everybody. And listen to this. According to her Facebook account, in 2019, Amira was awarded the International Mediterranean Best Female Opera Star of 2019. And according to the award, was handed out to Amira during the International Organization for Diplomatic Relations Gala in the city of Naples, where is further stated she also performed a few songs. Now, the Mediterranean Awards are an annual ceremony arranged by the Fondazione Mediterraneo, an Italian organization founded by Naples-based photographer, gallery owner and architect Michel Capasso, promoting dialogue and peace between the nations on various levels. There are not known of any references, by the way, to specialized institutions of classical singing or opera in particular that would qualify for giving a profound assessment of an international context on this subject. And furthermore, there are not any reports or mentions about an award given to Amira to be found on the organization's homepage, but yet on Facebook it said it did. So that's open to debate. But since 2020, her streaming shows that were released in August 21 on DVD and memory stick, in other words HD versions, have been out and about doing the rounds very well for herself. And on September 21 she performed in a virtual concert which was broadcast on YouTube. This concert also featured other classical crossover singers. Now in December 21 there was a released double CD in limited edition containing the streaming concerts recorded in that 2020 viral concert. On March 22nd, Amira held a concert entitled On My Own with the Phoenix Orchestra, conducted by Richard Cox, who's a South African-born musician and conductor currently based in Johannesburg. The concert included songs Wishing You Were Here from the musical The Phantom of the Opera, La Khalifa, My Favorite Things from The Sound of Music, Nearer My God to Thee. And on 14th of May 22 was an online show, Diversity is Phenomenal. Amira recorded a music video for the show, the song How Does a Moment Last Forever, from the movie Beauty and the Beast. On My Own, Amira's 18th birthday celebration concert last year in 22, was released in October. And Amira's second live album after Classics Live 2020 was released on December the 18th of 22. Amira and Anne Keizer on piano performed in a concert in Bergijk in the Netherlands. So she has been extraordinarily busy. On 22nd of July 23, she performed a pop classics in Pretoria in South Africa. It's South Africa's administrative capital, serving as the seat of the executive branch of the government, no less. And she published also an exclusive content, photos and videos on her Patreon account. So that is you up to date with Amira. I just hope that she comes back to one of André's shows and performs as the young starlet who will be for many years, as she keeps singing, enthrall people. Let's all put the fingers together, cross them, and wish that that happens. That 10 years later they have a 10-year anniversary celebration with André bringing her on stage and not just singing one, but singing 2 songs to enthrall the audience who supported her 10 years previously when she was 9 years of age and blew away everybody at that concert. And then went on, think about it, to win Holland Got Talent, and she's never looked back. With a voice like that, she never will. I hope you've enjoyed your catch up to Amira Willighagen. Good day. Have a great weekend, because there's a weekend here, and enjoy that sun, because outside here in Dublin it's a wonderful sunny day. Take care.